Hey everybody, welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are with a buyer or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Let's get into the video. I'm laughing because I messed up my intro and stuff, and it's like, what is this, amateur hour? And so, I don't know, I'm just laughing at myself. So anyways, let's talk about what's going on, guys. I'm just gonna read this and then we will get into it. I'm sure you've already heard about this, but I do want to cover it just in case the small chance you have not heard about this. So, Adam Aron, CEO of AMC, says, it is important for company management teams to listen to their shareholders. Many of you are not ready, as of yet, for a 500 million share authorization increase. So we have tabled the idea for now. There will be no vote on this matter on May 4th. Okay, so in case you need it spelled out just a little bit more for some smooth brains out there, there's no vote. There's no 500 million shares. It's out of the conversation right now. There's going to be no vote. This is not happening. No share dilution. All right. This is fantastic. A lot of people were struggling with this. I was struggling with this as well. I understand why Adam Aron wanted to release it. If you haven't seen that video, I'd probably recommend just giving it a look just in case. I'm sure he's going to bring this back in the future because it is a very important tool for him to have in his wheelhouse. As far as the company goes long term, if they hadn't voted, remember the last time they voted, I believe it was like 2013. It was for about 500 million shares, something like that. And they still have like, I think 43 million shares still available from back then. Okay. And they have in that video, I go over why they released them, different things like that. But so he has good reasons. And, these shares, the additional shares that they have, by his own words, he said that it saved AMC from going bankrupt by having those additional shares. And now we are where we are today. Okay. So, either way, it's off the table. Doesn't really matter. I was struggling because it's like, do I want to do this? Because it's good for the long term for the company, just to have that in there, like I said, in their wheelhouse. But in the short term, I don't want it to affect the squeeze. Granted, he would not have released them all at the same time anyways, but just so it's out there, for now, it's okay. Doesn't even matter. And I'm just, when you think I can't get any more bullish, something like this happens and it's just reinvigorated. You know what I mean? And so here it is, kind of just talking about the what's going on here, a little bit about at the market offering program. And so we'll kind of get into this just a second. Here's the official filing, and we can see it down here. Kind of goes into what is going on. But I did want to talk about the additional 43 million shares, just because some people are concerned about the at the market offering, just in case these 43 million shares were to go out. And make no mistake, he does have those 43 million shares that he can do with whatever he wants. If he wants to release them tomorrow, there they go. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. But Adam Aron knows that the apes saved AMC. I don't think he's not a fool. Okay, he's not just going to release those shares just because he wants to. If he releases the shares, I'm sure it would come with a positive type of news catalyst. Guys, and he would say, like, guys, we're releasing the shares, the 43 million shares, or he doesn't have to release them all. He can release however much he wants, whatever he chooses. I think if he were to release them, he would probably release all of them. But not only do I think the apes would just buy up as many as they could, but on top of that, I really don't think he's going to release them just because he knows what the sentiment behind any of the shares are. And he knows that the apes saved AMC. And like I said, he's smart. So if he were to release it, I'm sure it would come with a positive news catalyst, and more people would become more bullish on the stock. They would buy in, and I really think they would just be eaten up, and it'll be even still really good for the stock. So, and with that being said, I just want to double down on, let's say the squeeze starts to happen. Let's say we're at, getting started, $50, $100 or something. And he does decide he wants to release the 43 million shares just to capitalize on it, right? To get them out of the dead, make sure they're good, and just whatever he wants to do with it. Even if he releases it at that point, I don't think it would affect the squeeze negatively. I don't think it would be anything bad. And so the reason I want to share this is just because, and this is my personal opinion, right? And the reason I want to share this is because I feel like people are too scared about these 43 million shares and what might happen. If he were to release it during the squeeze, you know, would it be my favorite thing in the world? Probably not. But you know what? I would still hold. I would still be bullish on it. I would still think the squeeze is happening. I would not really be concerned in the least bit if he did release these shares during the squeeze, okay? And I just want to share that just so there's no FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt as to what might happen whenever the squeeze is going on, okay? I would hate for people to just be scared if he does release this during, you know, the early parts of a squeeze or whenever part of the squeeze. I would be so upset if people, excuse me, well, I would be a little, I guess, disappointed, I should say, if people heard that and they didn't know what to do. They didn't have anybody's opinion on it. And so they just sold and they got paper hands and they got scared and they just exited the position, and enough people did that and ruined the squeeze. That would be my only concern. So I'm just trying to spread a little bit of awareness, a little bit of education on, and I say education, but my personal opinion on what would happen if the shares were released at any point, okay? He could release them tomorrow. I would still hold, no problem at all. If the stock dipped a little bit, I just buy more. Realistically, I can't be shaken. I'm too bullish on this. Even, you know, I think by the end of the year, I still think it's going to be a fantastic stock. Let's say if for some reason the squeeze doesn't happen, which I really think it is. At the end of the year, I still plan on at the very least doubling, tripling my investment that I have right now. Okay. So that is what I have for you guys. I just wanted to bring this up really quick. Such good news. Like I said, just when I couldn't get any more bullish, it happens. And I'm feeling really good about this. So hyped up, guys. Just so excited. But that's what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. If you do like the content, please consider subscribing. I'm doing my best to cover this stuff as often as possible. And if you're trying to give it a little bit of visibility, be sure to drop a like. This way the video gets circulated. It can see YouTube algorithm stuff. I don't get it, but it is what it is. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night. Peace.